Hello everyone, I welcome you all on the digital platform of St. Xavier's College, Jaipur. My name is Neetu Sharma from Department of Business Administration, and in today's class, we'll talk about contracts and its essentials. As all of us know, business and contracts cannot be separated because the success and security depends upon the completion of the contracts made. The law of contract basically ensure the adequate performance of the contract. So we can say the contracts are the inevitable part of the business transactions. Now let us look at the definition of the contract. As per the Indian Contract Act 1872, it says that an agreement which is enforceable by law is a contract. It means it comprises of two elements, agreement plus enforceability by law. Agreement means every promise and set of promises forming consideration for each other, and enforceability by law states that an agreement is enforceable by law only when it creates legal obligations of the parties. If there is no enforceability, it would be considered only as an agreement. Now let us look at the essentials of the valid contract. The first point is plurality of the parties. It means for forming a valid contract, there should be two parties like seller and buyer, promisor, promisee, tenant, landlord, etc. Second point is there must be offer and acceptance. For making an offer, one party should accept it, and that's only would make a contract. Next, we have intention to create legal relations. Agreements which do not create legal relations, they would be considered only as an agreement, like social, domestic, political agreements. Next, we have consent. Parties are said to be consent when they agree upon the same thing in the same sense. For making a valid contract, there should be a consent, or we can say there should be agreeableness from both the parties, or we can conclude that two minds with one intention. Next, we have free consent. It says that consent should be there, but it should be free from any kind of danger, pressure, or fear. It should not be influenced by anyone. Then only it creates a valid contract. Next, we have contractual capacity. It says that for forming a valid contract, there should be a person who is competent to make a contract, which falls or which basically considers three categories: that he should be a major, he should be a sound-minded, and he should not be disqualified by any other law. Then only you can formulate a valid contract. Next, we have consideration. Consideration means the parties, what they're exchanging with each other. It means that it must have some monetary value, and the promisor receives from the promisee in return for his promise. Next, we have legality of object and consideration. It says that consideration should be there, but it should be legal also. If it is not legal, it would not be considered as a contract. Next, we have certainty of meaning. An agreement can be enforced only, or we can say we can formulate a valid contract only if the meaning is certain. If meaning is not certain, then we cannot formulate a valid contract. Then it would be considered as void agreement. Void means which is not enforceable by law. And last point, we have possibility of performance. The main aim of the contract is to perform. Obviously, we always want to formulate a contract. This is our ultimate goal. But sometimes the performance becomes impossible in two situations. First is void ab initio. Void means which is not enforceable by law, and ab initio means from the initial stage. And the second point, we have void ab subsequently. Possible to perform initially, but later on become impossible due to circumstances beyond control, the things which are not under our control. So this is all from my side from contract and its essentials. Thank you everyone.